I think I've seen the biggest change lately. I grew up where you started amassing most of your income in the 80s, and it was like a big risk time. So the 80s and 90s, you could risk it all on some venture, and you still had time because there's a few more doubles in your life. With the economy now, things have really changed. I think people are taking a second look at how to create some security in their life. They don't have a lot of money to risk anymore because with the bubble from, from the stock market to the housing market, a lot has changed in people's life. They want to set up retirement, or they want to have something that they leave for their children, and they want to find something that has no risk. So business has changed. It's now a way that you could do a business out of your home. Why would you go ahead and build a multi-million-dollar box to be able to put your business in when you could go ahead and run it right out of your home? And maybe you slowly can grow and you want to get to some big thing.
Is it kind of part of a larger trend we're seeing that the big government bureaucracies of healthcare, of Social Security, they're really expensive and people are thinking they're so inefficient. And so they're downsizing and going to privatize things, privatize that, smaller this, smaller that. Is that similar to what you're talking about?
I think so. I think you hear a current trend nowadays of things being smaller. The cost of education has just skyrocketed, so it kind of leaves it out for a lot of people.
Even like in media, we went from this big media conglomerates, these big broadcast things, down to smaller person-to-person, Facebook and so forth. You have one-to-one relationships. So what you're saying is you're kind of finding, has culture finally caught up to you? Are you participating in this larger kind of cultural meme, this cultural trend of going to individuals, getting rid of the bureaucracy, getting rid of the buildings, and the bricks and mortars? Has culture kind of caught up to where you've already been?
I think actually culture has come full circle. When things started, people helped their neighbor. It was just a common thing that you do. You gave to others, and you had a community. There was always a community that you lived in. I don't know. I remember growing up and you rode your bicycle in the street and every neighbor knew each other. When the lights came on in the street, you went home and everybody knew whose kids were whose. And then we lost some of that and everything was about bigger and better and knew this and knew that. But I think it's come full circle where people want to do something and they want to be, especially I think for women, they want to be really valuable in society and they want to be valued. And so
part of a community.
It is, and they can
not just a corporation, which is not personal, but be part of a community, like a neighborhood, like a family.
It is. It's like I don't think anybody wants to be a number anymore, and so they want you to. I mean, what's the best thing you could hear? Your name. So they want to have this personal relationship where you actually know them, and you can build a business together.
Groupon, Facebook. Open Sky is turning your a blog site into a store. We're seeing so many different trends going on that are so popular in culture. Big IPOs, big investments in venture capital. We're seeing so much. What is all that? How is that? All those different businesses. How do they compare to what you think is the best kind of business model?
I think all of those things are interesting, but I think what we do actually encapsulates all of those different things because we have one-on-one marketing where you really get to know somebody because you can take this to anybody and it doesn't matter what education level you are, man, woman, whatever walk of life. If you want to succeed, you can go ahead and put the effort in and do it.
Groupon advocates just mass
right.
people that are not built by personal relationships, but you advocate more developing.
Well, Groupon has this concept of, send it to your friend, and if X number of people get on it, then you get something for free.
But yours is different? How?
It is, because you're taking it to somebody. I'm not just randomly going, I'll pick your name and your name and your name, because I don't know about you, but I get blasted with emails or, people on Facebook that want you to join some game, and it's like, frankly, is annoying.
We saw the destruction of community with office building and driving and commuting. We saw their response to that, trying to create online community, and that's people want person-to-person community, and that's kind of what you're seeing, right?
It is, and I think that I'm noticing a lot of that with Gen Y. I mean, Gen Y kids are coming out of college, and they're actually more educated than the baby boomers were. They have more college education, but obviously opportunity has changed a bit, and so they're looking for things. They want a product to sell that's of good quality. And they want to be able to move something, and they don't want to work traditionally. And I don't think any of us did either, but there were no other options. There wasn't the big internet or an IPO that popped up here or there or doing it some simple way. We had to take business the old way. and it was a lot slower train. Nowadays, you can get started for, excuse me, I mean, not a lot of big investment, maybe $100, and then you can move your business forward.